Hi everyone, we just finished the Extreme Hills tournament there about a week ago, and I did get a gold during this tournament. Shot a minus 33, I believe it was, and it's been a while since I put out some content for pro, and I'd kind of like to go over these holes sometime down the line next time we have play these holes during a tournament, so I'm going to put out the content for these holes as well. So let's get started. Alright, we're back. Hole number 1, par 4. We played this with a rock, and we're playing it with a power 3 ball, and we're playing this the same way we played rookie. We're going between the sand traps here, and we're going 2 top, 2 left. We're playing this at 20% elevation, and you can see our starting point is the yellow touch in the rough with a rock 7, white touch in the rough, 20% max distance, 2 top, 2 left, and we're looking for around 339 yards. At 339 yards, we play 65% of our club, which is going to be the sniper, and we played at 15% elevation. So once again, hopefully we get it somewhere around the 339 yard marker. 341, close enough. So like I had mentioned, 339 yards, we could hit this at 65% of our club. Seeing we hit at 341, I might put it at 63% of our club, or 67% of our club, because we're going to be, no, 63%, because we're going to be closer to the hole. So yeah, 63% of the club. I would go at 15% elevation. Sniper, 5.5 back, I believe we're going here, and 1 right spin. So 5.5 back, 1 right. And what you can do is you see the wind is going from west to east. So we're going to put the ball guide on the west side of the hole, because we're going to get the wind to push it into the hole. So I've tried going directly at the hole, didn't work. Put that ball guide on the west side of the hole, played at 15% elevation, 63% of your club.
Shot.
And that should set you up really nicely and put yourself in there for an eagle. And there you have it. Titan works nicely here. No use wasting a kingmaker. Catch you on hole 2. Welcome back. Hole number 2, par 3. This particular hole, I did have some content, I believe, put out here for Pro Division as well during the fall. Was it the fall major? I believe it was the fall major. Yes. We played this during the Christmas tournament. And it was also played during the fall major as well. Sorry for that. But yeah, I do have content for Pro Division out for these ones, and I believe I played this a little bit different than I played during the fall major, but it's the same kind of approach. So let's take a look here. What I did is I went with a katana here, and I'm going with, I tried 2 back spin and 6 right spin, and I kept missing to the right of the hole, so I finally settled with 2 back, 5.5 right spin. And make sure you pack a grizzly here, or a backbone, just so you're at absolute minimum of the sniper here. And you got the red touch in the rough here, you can see. And how I adjusted this was 1-to-1. So you got a 5.2 wind, so we went 5.2 6.2 rings plus 0.9 of a ring. So instead of going 6.2, we went 6.1 is how we adjusted this. And we also pulled at a slight 1159 pull angle. So 1159 pull angle, 2 backspin, 5.5 right spin, red touch in the rough, and there you have it, hole number 2. Alright, we're back for hole 3, par 5. Also tried approaching this from the left and right hand side. I finally settled with right hand side here, going full top, 2 right or 2 left. Yeah, full top, 2 left, Kingmaker, plus 10 elevation. And we're kind of favoring left of center here of the fairway. And I think our target point is somewhere between 380 and 390 yards because we're trying to get minimum distance for our second shot. So as you can see, we're landing at left of center. There's a slight roll there too. So 393. A little bit further than we wanted, but... Alright, here's a look at our second shot here. I believe we played this with 10% elevation, plus 10%. Like I mentioned earlier, we're trying to go with the minimum distance of our club. And I found full right spin is a nice angle for here. We're trying to set the proper backspin. We go with about 3. Trying to look between 2.5 to 3 backspin, and we're going just over 3 here. And what we do is we got the guide. To me, it looks like we're going just to the right of the cup, just on the right edge of that cup. And look at the tip of the ball guide. Make sure you're a couple squares back of the hole. And we pulled this at a slight 1201 pull angle. So slight 1201, couple squares before the hole. And just to the right of the cup. And it looks like we had a nice spin to that. So that's it. Hole 3. Catch you on hole 4. Hi, this is par 3. Again, I didn't have much success with in pro getting a hole on one with this hole either, just like rookie. But there's 2 ways I played this in pro. I'll go over them real quick. You can play a rough bump from the front of the rough, or you can play a rough bump along the edge here. With this shot here, I went along the edge. Go with about 1 back, about 5 bars to the right. Now this is just a matter of getting the right pull angle, I believe. I believe I played these shots at 1159 pull angle. Maybe I needed to go at 12 or 1201. And it's a matter of getting a proper mid-max distance on your club as well. I believe I played this at mid-distance. So these shots here, of course, can be tweaked. You play them enough, you can tweak them. If you only play them once or twice, it's pretty hard to tweak them. So you can see we missed to the left of the hole. The next time here, just play it a little bit different. So that's one way to play this. Here's the other way to play this. Well, there's actually another way, but this is only 2 ways I'm going to show you for now. Here's another rough bump played from the front of the rough. And we played this with 3 backspin, max right spin. With our quarterback, hierarchy. And I believe we played this at 25%. Could have played it at max here. I've got a discrepancy with my notes. One time I got mid here. Next time I got max. I believe we played this at 25% elevation. So basically this is a pretty rough draft here. of what I actually did. You can actually go over the video and see how I pulled that. Enter the numbers into your app, find out the angle I pulled, and see how many rings I pulled it, and tweak it. But I'm just putting it out there, so the next time we play it, I'm going to be able to narrow it down a lot quicker once you have some video content up there. So that's hole 4. Welcome back, hole number 5, par 4. This here's a hole you want to get it down there by the green so you can get yourself an easy eagle. It's important to get an eagle on this hole. So we went full top, 3 right. I believe we played this the exact same way we played in, was it the fall major? Or the Christmas tournament, depends if this is a Grunberg hole or not. So we're adjusting this at 10%, I believe. Pushing it back up to max.
Great shot.
If you great ball it to the right, I believe you're fine with this particular shot. A lot of people are using a Zerk, but I like to save my Zerks. So once again, full top, 3 right. I believe we went close to full overpower with this shot. Basically, our starting point was a yellow touch in the rough. That's my notes for here. Oh yeah, that's how we played this. Yellow at the starting point, touch in the rough. We pushed it up. We actually played this so I was on minus 5% elevation, minus 5.
Great shot.
And that's full overpower. And our curl, we had just a slight bit of curl. You can see it just off center if you replay that. And for our second shot, we just used an end bringer here. We give it full top, 1 right spin, and we played it at min distance of the club at 15% elevation from there, and you got yourself an eagle.